some people learn logic or critical thinking, and then they go around pointing around flaws in other people's thinking all the time. They are obnoxious. Critical thinking and logic are about knowing the truth. They're about having wisdom. That's how they developed. Out of the human experience came the need for ideas. Then people started identifying all these things, forming concepts, forming generalizations, forming theories, physics, morality, ethics, justice, judgment, truth, all these things. And out of the need to, then we got out of ideas, we got wisdom. A lot of people had wisdom around the world, and when people developed philosophy, then they had a part of it that was devoted to knowing the truth and analyzing arguments, and thus logic. Logic came out of analyzing wisdom and science to see what was correct, looking at these arguments and claims to see which ones are right. But that's the thing we should focus on. What is true? What helps us be wise and live a good life? It's not a matter of, as some people do, they learn logic, then they go around pointing out other people's flaws. They go around being obnoxious. They think critical thinking means being obnoxiously critical of other people. Please do not do that. That is not the function of logic. That is not the function of critical thinking. Critical thinking and logic are about aiding people to live a good life, not about hating. If someone's really logical, then when you see someone make a mistake, you'd really ask, what is their argument? What is their point of view? What's the integrated total? How can I help them? Do I do something like that? And so on and so forth. It's not some little one-off accusation. That is not really being logical. That is not really engaging in critical thinking. Logic and critical thinking have a much broader, deeper scope, much more breadth and depth than attacking someone on one little point. Sometimes, like I was going to say, sometimes some people are really unethical and evil and need something like that, but that's not really going to help. What helps more is the depth and breadth you can bring into play in showing they're wrong with logic, not something, and being calm about it and showing other people, and not just being snotty or angry or whatever and snapping off and attacking. It's good to know the whole entire breadth and depth so you have a better case and people understand better what's going on instead of react on some little teeny tiny little thing. So, when you learn critical thinking and you learn logic, please, for the love of life, think about how it applies to yourself first and how it can make you a better person. Think about how you can use logic and critical thinking as tools to help other people, because most people are decent. It's only a small proportion of humanity that are psychopaths, and it's only a small proportion that are evil criminals. Most people are decent, and you can help them. So let's please do that. And then when someone is like hating instead of aiding, try to help them see what they're doing and help them do better. So please, let's, as I say, use critical thinking and logic as a tool to make life better. Philosophy means love of wisdom, commitment to the truth. That's what logic and critical thinking should be in the service of. Let's please do that and spread that amongst other people.